is Fumani, and I'll be here to discuss with you Naomi Klein's book, This Changes Everything, in particular to Chapter 3, Public and Paid For, as this was the chapter I was given to talk about, offer feedback, offer discussion, and the ideas that Ms. Klein brings on to this particular chapter. Within this chapter, Ms. Klein offers two interesting viewpoints about how the two spheres, which being the public and the private sector, um, deal with how to deal with climate change effects and how there's different policies and mechanisms that they employ to deal with the effects of climate change. And in the middle of those two sectors, the public is to decide where they place their power, who they feel can best represent the needs of the people, and to think of climate change as a way of moving from non-renewable resources to renewable resources that don't impact us currently and don't impact future generations. Ms. Klein looks at how the private sector is predominantly happy, or not necessarily happy, but predominantly wanting to follow the capitalistic notions of that we need to find ways and means to make money while we provide a service to the people. We need to still make money off of it to ensure that our pockets are great, our pockets are good, and whatever happens to the rest of the public is not much of our concern, provided we've made the kind of money that we needed to make. This is kind of shown within in public confidence, in that the public confidence has swayed away from the private sector, and given it more to the public sector. As with the private sector, it's about how we give you a service and we charge the high tariff fees according to what we've been given, and you pay the brunt of the price changes. So the shift from private to public shows that the public sector, or the voters, believe in the public sector because they believe that the public sector has proper ways and means to deal with climate change effects, moving away from non-renewable resources to renewable resources, so that in the next few years or in the next generation, our society doesn't bear the brunt of current global warming effects. However, while there's a great shift towards the public sector, there are instances where the public sector has not lived up to its imagery, or what the kind of promises that they sell to the public, in that we'll be there to deliver resources, we'll be there to give you support and guidance, which says that they kind of employ the private sector's notions, in that we're in power, we've got the power, you put us into power, we are in charge of the policies that we make, and while we are there to give you some sort of a guide in a way, we just here to ensure that our agenda is put forward, put to the table, and no one else can interrupt the kind of ideas that we have about how best to look at climate change.
And no challenge poses a greater threat to future generations than climate change.